Good morning. As we are just about to enter into Lent in just a few days, um, I think it's important for us to think about some things. Obviously, when we move into Lent, people think about what we're going to give up. I don't know what you've given up in the years past or what you're planning to give up. I know there have been years that I've given up Coca-Colas or tried to give up sweets or other things like that. Sometimes it may be just a good idea for us to give up social media with or without Lent, but other people, instead of worrying about what they're going to give up, they look at what they're going to take on, maybe a new discipline, Bible study, devotion time, Bible reading, prayer, good deeds, or things like that, to show our commitment to Christ. In 2 Corinthians chapter 5, 20b through 6:10, kind of lead us into this. It begins just before the passage we read. It says that we are ambassadors of Christ, and it says, as though God were making his appeal through us, we implore you on Christ's behalf to be reconciled to God. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. So this idea of reconciliation, it means to make things right. And Christ has already done the heavy lifting. He's done the work. He's paid the price for us to be reconciled with God. And that word reconciliation means that we can coexist in harmony. We're compatible. And to be compatible with God and to coexist with God, we have to be cleansed of our sins. And that's what Christ's work on the cross does for us. But they say, listen, don't receive God's gift in vain. Now, we know that when we take the Lord's name in vain, it means we say God without talking to God, without praying, but we're just using it almost as we're using it as a word we shouldn't use. We don't have a purpose in using it. It's just kind of like a filler. And so we don't take the Lord's name in vain without purpose. That's not right. But also, we don't receive God's grace without a purpose. We need to have a purpose in our life. And what they're imploring and urging these believers to do is to understand that this is the time. Now is the time to rededicate, to begin to reunite. And they're begging them to reunite in their faith. So, as we go through these 40 days of Lent, I don't know if you're giving something up or taking something on, but I implore you to make your faith and growth in faith your number one priority for these days. Find a way, because now is the time. God bless you and have a good day and celebrate a holy Lent.